emphatically that as the chairman of Efija East constituency, who won the chairmanship overwhelmingly with 77.5%, I stated categorically that we would not conduct a new executive election until the next 4 years.
Okay, so if you just is my opponent. So, we are playing another audio. Nana and Kaisa, watch, listen to this one. Then President Mahama in his resetting agenda tour, I went to voter region or call voter region and what can say voter region. Let's watch what President Mahama said. Watch
just it. Make a little comment.
Abusia, mame akwa abanfa ombra Randy J report so na ene Frimpon Ziga ewo Kesben TV so. Wababa niema nipa wapapem aka nokore eniema hudu bi ekoso MPP amonyokuom ya ibinum epese Dr. Alhaji Mahmud Bawumia nanim ebegu asenti wonom etu anamo bi akofa pinche bebre no na de abre amonyokuo no yabeka yabese na wotwe entemu ani na abato bi koso ya na wonom eyi abato mpesu ya hodo so party no eni animufo anase mpanimfo ema mbia hodo bi ohonom a na mpanimfo ede nkrata akoma wom ede court okrampo junction ekoto so se omuri hode ne de niema ba ko muni bu ho no ese omo hwesiesie ansa no matimi ato aba no enti omo ntwe abato no sensen kakra enso so yebehu ya ne se onom eto aba ene nam so ema Efija Sechere East baabi a okatachi kwa me free fa woto na aba no okoye no se na ade court de junction ato so eno krampo danchinya party mpanimfo de krata abrayen se yen haye mayen to aba adenti ena yekoto aba yi ene kofa pinche ba ye nam so me de a etu ohwe ne tirimu a ekofa assembly bre no ade aba na no achi na party general secretary or the krata aba bonten e kire se party mpanimfo anamo matuo ne se aba no motuye nyina no man nullify no anase o matwam enti mo nto aba bia biem e wo hokosi bra o mo ankasa ben hye ewie afedi o mu ne yakum na nankansa bodu a ne ba bayoa e na ye mrahye bedwani e wo Efija Sechere East honom no wo kire se David da party ni de wono no woni sika wo de aboa party ni nto obi ntime hye enchichiri bibi emma no aba na yato de yato awie eno da nche so a chairman e de ma Efija Sechere MPP fo wono mo kire se wo mo so afrense mhwerefo nhia mu kire se abapto mpa de MPP mpenimfo firi soro ne form ba be ka kire mo so wo ntoro foforo wonum ento ne foforo amachama wontumi nsem okokọ kan ye ena ase de adane ntokwa ye ebinu mo twene sere ne abasa mepesa obagibre na nokore pa na ewo mu MPP amonyokuo mu na ekoso no wonsoso watimi ede wadwenkire ede aba wadaro ma like video no ma me ne share yenko na yenko tie na Frimpon Ziga ewo ensem ahodo a watimi abebi ani ena His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wono so wa make U10 kire se emre bi no esenka yenfa nko 5 years onya obekọ biom ni ade nya ise do no nkasa watwe asan se babia aduro na ye emfie na kwale mu wama no emu wa fi se de ne mesi ko no de onya ya nko obehwe obesane ne kashiri na nko wahwe si ha ya enti emfie hu ahwa na de munyi mfiri mu kora mane nsom de obesom owie pe na watumi akwa asomdwe mfi se woda kora wonda yenko tie Ziga wa analysis ya wode aba efa sansensem we hu.
All right, so okay, let's start the journey quickly. All right, so this is Ziga State. Okay, where there? Where Papa we refer the chairman won to me on the Asante region, Okwa Asante regional on the new Patriotic Party for Omo chairman. You work to abadi in 2014 and 2014 what I say was so could be by still a chairman or so could be Okakyie corporate national chairman. So this is the chairman won to me. The self-acclaimed political governor in the Ashanti region. Okay, so when I agree in Zamahine, your friend Nana in Cancer Boadu, Nana was also a new Patriotic Party, Nipa Mapa, or a financier, and was a council of elder member, Ewo Efija Sechere East. Nano know about the council of state, but about to know BBC Nana Intimi Emini. So that is that. All right, the reason why these two are here, and they say, New Patriotic Party, assassin almost internal elections. So they started with the presidential because no more people say, "Oman to presidential now it will create a problem for the party because of the heat Abba party." So they had to go for the presidential first, no more descending Abba from instead of say Obufi down to top. You understand? So Obi upside down. it's almost two presidential year, and I from started the polling station executive election on Matwewi. So last week, and almost two the constituency executive elections. Here we are now for almost call regional executive, normal but national. So the constituency executive election was held last week. It's more now more to abadi be no more moteti new patriotic party for a to abadi. The to abano uko other regions na yantan to say in Sembibri AC except Ashanti region. Mame fa kwenye wesi na me more Justin Kobia from Paul me Bonabaso the general secretary the ma new patriotic party ever since by MPP to abase presidential race twice the presidential race super delegate conference Congress or police station executive elections MP parliamentary elections a smooth okay, so this year constituency executive elections in Ashanti region, since that place is the new patriotic party stronghold, and so we need election now. We need primaries, automatically you are a member of parliament because we hardly for you to lose the general elections. Okay, so you try about the year last week, and the NPP for who say, Oko baby to say dance so kwa, Oko baby to say Efija Secretary East constituency, Oko baby to say Bantima constituency, na and Roma and Korea, Roma be number 1, number 2 be and Timmy and click. So now party who say no, it's almost cancel. Omo ano these 3 constituencies elections no my elections and elections here new to ye so that is that because if you have a court injunction and that's so any idea including Efija Secretary East constituency that Efija Secretary East constituency no okohonoma e ho dey Victor Wusi constituency. Yes, and when I Taza Roku Brabate constituency, and when I Owurakodun Pianin, former chief of staff in the constituency, Madam Firmo Pare, former chief of staff in the constituency, or Sekwabe despite the constituency, Katache Fifa, the constituency, Nana Owusu Chow, the constituency, no, I can mention a lot of people, or more prominent people and eminent people, or more a constituency, and it's our constituency. Now, you're 12 Banuiano, and a party who said no, and Koye, SSC constituency. Okay, so you can't a Banuiano. A Bantama phone Kasai, a dancer soccer phone Kasai, even if say Oma Kasakwana, they will talk and register their displeasure against what the party, the decision the party has taken. But Oko Efija Secretary Easter, our response to the party decision was different. What was the difference? Let's watch this video. And confirm a couple almost Swabana Muminiano. They did a press conference. Say, only party for the Enyagin, Tomodie. Who say still legitimate constituency executives are watch this video. I'll come back and tell you something.
So as the chairman of the Efija Secretary East constituency, I stated emphatically that as the chairman of Efija Secretary East constituency, who won the chairmanship overwhelmingly with 77.5%, I stated categorically that we would not conduct a new executive election until the next 4 years.
Okay, so we Efija Secretary East constituency. My trauma swabana omuko and kaumuwini na party so that is that. Okay, so some press conference we say by it means that they were swapping the national executive decision on what they are. Okay, then enome kosonano and an cancer board a financier of the Patriotic Party doubled as a council of elders at the Efija Secretary East constituency. Okay, so Nana in cancer board also granted interview. Okay, FM. Let's listen to this interview. Listen to it.
None has come out to accuse the EC, myself, or party leadership of rigging or any wrongdoing. I won free, fair, and squarely. My other executives, they have not received any challenge, allegation, or any complaint of rigging. They won free, fair, and legitimately. So I say it on repeat that there will not be any election. The next election will be an election to elect Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to become the next president of Ghana. Okay, so as the chairman of the FDR Secretary East constituency, I stated emphatically that as the chairman of FDR Secretary East constituency.
So, we are playing another audio from the same person, Nana Nkaisabwode. Watch, listen to this one.
Could be also your lawyer. One lawyer, all your man, say, but our damn, you made it to my papa.
Yeah, one year.
Castle, Nana board, Manchester, you. Papa, who may come, I mean, Kobe. Who may come, I mean, Kobe. What I say? The only man for the cockpot now, Uncle for pay, say, upon Wickham. Why am I on to a Metwama? Why am I on to a Chairman Metwama? It's a swap of Papa, but I'm not planning to send the book.
I send you a party penny, one because one make him more, think I'm about the two.
But, Papa, boy, I'm not at all.
Alright, okay, so that's it. Okay, so Nana Nkaisabwode granted interview at Okakyie FM. And what day Justin Kodua Frimpong, the chief executive officer of the party, only administrator of the party, they say, so a chabenuma, or then or ye bema omra honum. That is 1, 2. Or ya, ne norma, the secret ne ye be EDP. Then the party issue a statement to, suspend Nana Nkaisabwode. Do you have the statement here? Okay, let's watch the statement. Okay, so this is a new patriotic party headquarters, private bay, Bag, Accra, North Ghana, fax, blah 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 blah. From acting national chairman Nana Ayaboa from Nkaisabwode, see National Steering Committee chairman, National Chairman, Council of Directors. Revocation of appointment of Nana Nkaisabwode as a FDR Secretary East constituency chairman of patrons. So the party no issue statement or say, I bring you warm greetings from the National Secretariat. I write on authority of the National Steering Committee to revoke your appointment as the chairman of patrons for FDR Secretary East. That is 1. This recommendation arises from your recent conduct, which is inconsistent with the dignity, discipline, and exemplary standards expected of chairman of patrons for the constituency. You disregarded directives issued by the party's national leadership and engaged in a conduct considered detrimental to the authority, unity, discipline, and orderly administration of the party. As a chairman of the patrons for a constituency, you occupy a position of exceptional and moral authority within the party, and it is expected of you to show discipline, restraint, loyalty to the party's constitutional structures, and unwavering respect for decisions lawfully taken by its constituted organs. Okay, so that is that. Let's move on. Okay, so I said a confidence in institution and undermine the party's collective cohesion. Having considered the circumstances, the National Steering Committee is of the view that your continuing occupancy of your position is no longer in the best interest of the party. Accordingly, the committee directs that your appointment as a chairman of the patrons in FDR Secretary is be revoked immediately. Please accept the assurance of my highest consideration. Your faithful Chairman Buti. I'm telling you, this man is a strong man. I'm telling you. Ha! Chairman Buti. But to Chadiama only Justin Kodua Frimpong. This is how you people have to do the party. Huh? Nobody is bigger than the party. Okay, so already statement in the Bible, almost suspended. Nana Nkaisabwode said the Juma as a elder of the FDR Secretary is cancelled or my free because of the conduct interview no grantee na the body chairman and the conduct in the BBano as a party they create a lot of stuff at the man party no any idea. Now let's read the NPP constitution, the reason why the man was suspended, and I will tell you why. Okay, so let's read the NPP constitution. If you read the NPP constitution, Article 4 of the NPP constitution says disciplinary and grievance procedures. The disciplinary and grievance procedures and suspended. Then let's watch the section 7 of the NPP constitution that talks about the misconduct. Okay, so let's watch it quickly. Let's watch it, please. That's section 7 of the NPP. Okay, so bring it here for me. Bring it here so that I can also read it. Please let me have it here. Now, let me read it fast, quite quickly. Okay, so that is that. We have 26 minutes to go. We can do a lot of stuff. Please bring it here for me on the screen, please. Okay, so okay. Oh my goodness, I have to read it from here. If not here, oh gosh, my goodness, my time is going. All right, okay. So that is that. Now, you know, I said misconduct, anti-misconduct, and I don't know. Okay, so it's talk about misconduct. 80A was a complaint. Okay, so let's get it back. Let's get it back. Okay, so that is that. So this is misconduct. Okay. Now, Osha said there was a misconduct. A complaint shall involve an allegation that any of the following acts of misconduct relate to a member. 1. Violation of the duties of a member. Okay, so Nana Nkansa Boadu, violation of a duty of a member. Violate the duty as a member. What is the duty? The duty is to make sure say asudwe ebeba constituency but oye no or kofa problem at the ama party or create instability at the ama party. Okay, so violent. 2. Violent, dangerous and intimidatory conduct against another member. Justin Kobia Frimpong is a member and Nana Nkansa Boadu is a member. So only 9 members. So Nana Nkansa Boadu said that Kobia so ye bema on your brow or so ye bema also about the grantee any elections. Okay, so violent, dangerous and intimidatory conduct against another member. Intimidatory conduct e bini dia Nana Nkansa Boadu kan no say o kasetia Justin Kobia so ye bema o power brow when you come out your brow so about the election. That's violent, violent and your violence. And then I say dangerous and I will say intimidating. And another one he said that Kobia no normal was in the beji DP and also so intimidatory conduct. No nipa fellow a member. No. It when obujina so the suspended Nana Nkansa Boadu. Okay, so that is that. Now, this is what I can say to Nana Nkansa Boadu. Suspension or deserve some suspended. That is fine. Nana Nkansa Boadu or deserve some suspended. But to say they are suspended on. If say me Nana Nkansa Boadu, a member of parliament, Ghana, what is the about 7th parliament or something? I say 8th parliament. I did the Northern region. He quit parliament. You say that year of free parliament, and I would declare the seat vacant. And the constitution that can declare say Article 276. Let's say a more in politics or in politics. The Nkansa Boadu should stay away from politics because some previous or your and the reason why Okakyie Chieftaincy Act section 63 that talks about a certain offenses. No, there's a section and very very key complementing the Article 276 of the 1992 Constitution. So let's read the article. Yes, a certain offenses in connection with chiefs. 363 or see a person who acts or performs the functions of a chief when that person is not qualified to act. Being a chief assumes a position that the person is not entitled to by custom. Okay, Blackberry no person say okoye ohene na say I'm not interested. Okay, so okay, now see what say knowingly uses disrespectful or insulting language or insult a chief by word or conduct. It is against the laws of this country. And provision we say now. I want to complement the Article 276 of the 1992 Constitution now. Almost about politics. And did the framers of the Constitution, almost say about politics. At the country, yes, so more politics. They say, well, you're supposed to be a father of all. And then I'm still customary. Article 11 of the 1992 Constitution, it says, your customary law is part of our laws. It's your recognizing I am for. So many rule of mine, because it's an and rule of mine, and sana, because you the democracy ever. You need to be protected. It's a constitution person or protected. And no constitution say, obibia women say as someone who can any idea on ya wo ye and what time the day who did do a hinatem and now ya dear beer a big one who be fear. And I said, what disrespecting and you swag the chair here and no against the laws of this country. You understand? Job they compliment it. Don't person can say, Nana, so who go for politics are open no piano to do attempt, which is no good. Or the who go for politics are be better set yaw, will be a bit me action or better set yaw, will be a what board that or better set yaw, will be a big cry, with the level no level or better set yaw. You so your honey. It's the panel cassette yawa. What the Wakonia form. That is why I see about me constitution, the brainy people they saw it. And we said no, and look at I have for your politics. So Nana Cancer Board bring their pictures back. I'm coming to tell you something. Nana Cancer Board is being suspended. That is that. And deserve so suspended on Ubisamia. That is what I will say. But MPP for an fair to Nana Cancer Board. Yes, as a sort of suspended because the why as a suspended but the new patriotic party were not fair to Nana in Cancer Board. Okay, why am I saying this? This is Chairman Woon to me. Let's read back the new patriotic party constitution. Chairman Woon to me, ya try very well ya no abano. Chairman Woon to me went to swear them in. Tienye Okoko swear if you just say East constituency members no Okoko in said they are new executives. So what is the party doing to Chairman Woon to me Monkanche? Let's read the new patriotic party constitution, the one that we read. Let's go back. Okay, so the new patriotic party constitution, article 4 clause 7 misconduct was say there's a place here which is very clear. Say 3 III falsification of reports, accounts or expense claims or other fraudulent conduct. Falsification of reports. The police station executive the report to mark the constituency will give it to the national region, the national report to the regional report to the national. It report to be out there, baby. Don't falsify that report. In Chantro, so the report that the Shanta region, if you just say East constituency, a buyer your cost swear or definitely they will relay the information to the national. Say a woman yajo to please bring the constitution. Woman yajo to the American watcher say a falsification of reports because the cabin and on wasakoye echo. Now IV breach of duty to uphold publicly party policies. Publicly party policies. What is the party policy? Party policy they say ya koto about obi dia court. Obi di court no your policies be a party ne boss me fi senior high school ni ade me party ne policy say na say ya dwene ye baako any ade. That is the party policy. But one of the policies is so they say ya to aba bi enu obi di ko quarter na ya to let's say party executives nationally take decision, the steering committee take decision here come a policy. breach of the duty to uphold publicly party policies. It is who breach the party policies publicly. It is the party the policy to annul the election. Chairman to be violated that pushes Sergeant Tonchen and Okoko in. So 2 I view so ekacheno. Now creation of discord or personalism within the party. Chairman want to me coin no Okoko in no but the nkofo no a obodi ade ne call court because they depend na no madwe omo ye fa dey so omo peneso eti what creative personalism what ko cha omo mutu what if you just set the east constituency what cha omo mutu you understand so creation of discord is say audio na be botche na e bot discord and normal koyie of personalism within the party. So what creative personalism within the party? That's one. Bringing the name of the party into disrepute or public ridicule, and of course social media and go for NPP and people are laughing at NPP almost no more NPP ne basa ni deep party nothing you deep party in pen you fight and no a public ridicule. You have brought the party into disrepute and public ridicule. That is Chairman to me. So the reason why I'm saying that, bring their pictures back. The reason I'm saying that the party are fair to the 9 cancer board when they say what the 9 cancer board do suspended or not. It is not different from what Chairman to me did. So Chairman to me needs to be suspended as well, please. Suspend Chairman to me because what he did. It is not different from what the 9 cancer board do. I was suspended the 9 cancer board. Yes, the 9 cancer board or deserve suspended and pay the party structures and the constitution that I read the but if you suspend the 9 cancer board, you suspend Chairman to me because Chairman to me is not bigger than Same Crab. Chairman to me is not bigger than Paula Foko. Chairman to me is not bigger in the party than Kwabena Japan. What Chairman to me has done, he has violated the misconduct, the Article 4, the disciplinary and the grievance procedure, the Section 7 that talks about the misconduct, about four pillars, and a Chairman to me are violating. So the party should go ahead and suspend Chairman to me from the party for the meantime. That is that. Rollins in the car say, yeah, good, okay. What are we now? All right. We have, let me do this in the next 10 minutes. Then I come back. So, Chairman to me needs to be suspended. If you're suspended and I can't board with you, Chairman to me does not have any UPSA or that's suspended. Suspend Chairman to me because the 9 cancer board will be suspended or only different for him. Suspend him. More than a party it should be firm and fair and firm. You understand? No mercy for any weak hearts. You can't do this to doing Katia. You go. You can't do this whereas Chief Kote is a general secretary. You go. I'm telling you, suspend this man. Suspend him. Okay. Now, okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Now I'm sorry. Let's see President John Dramani Mahama. Let me take some water. Let's see President John Dramani Mahama. Okay, so President Mahama, President John Dramani Mahama was a president from 2012 to 2016. He sought for another election in 2016 and Olusuye. Olusuye was served by because per the constitution, President John Dramani Mahama or Wakonya per the Article 66, or Wakonya say as a source so he contested 2020, lost and won the 2024. But Obama, yeah, the Ajidi Bonechi say President Mahama Oba, it has so Shama Yasasa constitution, near Koya referendum. Yeah, referendum, Yankwasa constitution is say, constitution is say, ubetimi asa said be obetimi asa to asubiem and that sounds what he will cause some people to go to Supreme Court to seek clarification or interpretation of Article 66 clause 1. Okay, so and on a debate and obesa constitution or base or back for 10 blah 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 nonsense say na ya ba be ka bi any adia now Your Honor, last week, like we did last week, we saw Ora Ken Crunchy. So let's see Ken Crunchy, a lawyer, Okakyie FIFA, as we did last week. So this is lawyer Okakyie FIFA, very hostile and very critical to New Patriotic Party policies. And this man is a Ken Crunchy. Ken Crunchy was a New Patriotic Party member, but we jai last week. Me bought audio the video the channel. Our Kokano GH1 said we jai NPP, and it's a permanent decision. So these two personalities, none of them is from New Patriotic Party. So establish that one. That is that. Okay. So Ken Crunchy, Papa we say lawyer Okakyie FIFA. What they are court, Supreme Court say or person share. The Article 66 no ye interpreting the BM Supreme Court in can BM ame who say say consecutively say me buy no me nya 4 years me sa to so ya to aba ma me 4 years eti consecutively anasanya consecutively omo chechire mu ye 2 times ye chechire mu ye the same thing that can grant so ediako and the people are suspecting President Mahama is behind it. Say President Mahama na shada causes and conform kwesiki for interpretation of the Article 66. Say there be a benman opportunity be no asa kobium ni ade. And last week I came here to say President Mahama needs to speak. As I saw kasa. The reason why I say President Mahama and kasa no mo mie na no mun kase me Mahama dey say me nkobiem wutie you. O kasa me nkobiem because time obe president no. And no man yes get the kwadu. Back you say oba the free oba the nursing and teacher training allowance obetwam. On why a video was say and now dia metwam muntie was say now dia metwam. He did a video was say me na me de buy na me na me de buy no me will say sorry me na me betwam me will say I made a mistake say me ba me make sure say me nya yi me ntwam na me send ma. He said it, you understand? You didn't know be at TV. Okay, so another one was a free senior high school. So the free senior high school said the body quite so oba, he will cancel the free senior high school. Obeka free senior high school. Bring President Mahama's picture. So Obeka free senior high school. So the President Mahama did a video and said that I wouldn't cancel free senior high school. Watch this video. Watch it. Okay, the video is ready. Listen.
Free SHS is not going anywhere. We're going to maintain the policy. What we're going to do is to get dedicated. Free SHS has come to stay, and it is not going anywhere. Nobody is going to scrap free SHS. What was said was political talk, and it was just political gimmickry. Free SHS is not going anywirewhere. We're going to
okay, so that is that. President Mahama is telling us that the free senior high school is not going anywhere. Okay, they reaffirm it, rehash it, our parliament. Watch this one too.
Mr. Speaker, no new school will be built in this country without teachers' accommodation.
I think that we have had enough. The sound of the end, but no problem. Because this one too, he said that John Dramani Mahama, senior high school. So that is that. It's a fair enough. Okay, so you have had enough and say this is an actuality. President Mahama say Minka senior high school. But now Kabako say another one say or say yes, see or bar. You cause people to go and seek for interpretation of Article 66, not a call for third term, and I say a call for referendum, or we change the constitution in his favor, no call third term, blah 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 blah. Yaka last week came to say it. A lot of people, rumors been going on, investigation, blah blah, yeah, party phony be ebun yoso, ebi bojoso, ebi person konya day. They have done a research about we said John Mahama is more popular in the party than any other person, or Kaswa still get support any all that. Then President Mahama in his resetting agenda tour, I went to voter region, or call voter region, and what can say voter region. Let's watch what President Mahama said. Watch it.
Just make a little comment. The people of Ghana gave me a mandate for one term, and I am working hard to meet the promises I made them. And so I always tell my ministers, I say, let's number our days so that we can work harder to meet the promises we made the Ghanaian people. I know that people have gone to the Supreme Court seeking interpretation of the clause that governs the tenure of the president. If you ask my personal opinion, I thought that it was clear enough. Me, I've read it over several times. It's exactly what it says. But if they want to ask the Supreme Court, that is their business. But I know that the people of Ghana give me one additional term, and I'm going to work to meet the trust that they put in me. Thank you very much.
Okay, so this is what President Mahama said. Okay, so your kind of meet me both video no name Santi. So you begin one by one. Me actually say what he's saying. Is it convincing? Say on Kobio man as Kobio. So let's start off first. Let's start with the infographics of President Mahama. What President Mahama said quickly. So let's start with the infographics now. Let's take it one by one. Or say, Jedika was say, please let's watch the infographic. Okay, so you're taking one by one. Let me stand here. Or say, I always tell my ministers to number our days so we can work harder to achieve the commitments we made to the Ghanaian people. Okay. Or say, me catch them, me ministers, the DBA say, ye bread, ya mayeni, iswa. Enti, ye normal fast, say the beya, you betimi achieve your commitment, ayama Ghana for a social contract, you know, on my sign. So that is that. Okay, so, say, President Kasa Adiwila, and don't just also could be, we tell ye. And don't just also could be more. Huh? Now, listen, or say, I always tell my ministers, okay, let's go to another one. Or say, in my view, the provision is clear enough. I have read it several times and it says exactly what it means. But if people want the Supreme Court to interpret it, that is entirely their right. What say? In my view, what say maybe the provision is clear. What say I clear? Say, Oba, as so called 4 years. Yes, I'm another opportunity, another 4 years. I have read it several times and it says exactly what it means. What say my reading several times, baby, na but if people want the Supreme Court to interpret it, that is entirely their rights. Now listen, everybody knows that Article 66 clause 1, and your 4 years, 4 years. It President Mahama say, "Son and man, kaye the name say son and manika. Sansu onum say son and man eka. A manika to onim wajia to me say the cre a manu oba ubenya 8 years. If you have the opportunity, uko 4 years, you have another opportunity to go for another 4 years. It was some can I say and the cre and your 4 years. Minimum obi the court Supreme Court and your own right. Mutieni. It will conform with the Supreme Court, no? And there's a Supreme Court interpretation. Only a case advantage be back. Next, President Mahama Bessa Kubiuma. Wahano one can't say. This is what President Mahama should have told us. Should have said. Sorry. President Mahama should have said, say, oh, okay, and conform with the Supreme Court. Now, over the court Supreme Court, I'm compare interpretation. Whatever outcome of the interpretation of the Bagbin, my mandate is to serve this country in 2 terms. 2 terms. That is my mandate. Jebebe biano Supreme Court no. Jebebe biano me dia memfame ho. Me dia Ghana for to abama me. 1 2 2012 to 2016, 2024 to 2028. Me brano swa. This is Supreme Court beka se metimi akobiemo se mentimi kobiemo min kobiem min siki for 10 tie enu wanka enu ho tie here forget about me reading law no it is clear. Yes, it is clear. Titi send ye direct see ane de ye ni na ye tutum se sa na tie sa na obi ase tie but Supreme Court in kasai it is a Supreme Court to kase send that the Mr. President Mahama will opportunity so be kobiemu and on one country yen say Okakyie conform one or right so the Supreme Court no see a court next favor no obekwa na so one country yen I'm telling you. On country, let's read another one. Do we have another one? Was it the people of Ghana gave me one additional term, and my duty is to work hard to honor that trust. 80. Mameka Samuel. To honor that trust. That trust. People of Ghana, a man additional one term to adhere to say Article 66 plus 1, a man no call 2 terms for 4 years, 8 years. Okay, but the Supreme Court in the bar, what will be the next step of President Mahama? And he says something. Let's read the first one. The reason why I make us ask with you. Let's read the first one. The first one. Or say, no. Okay, I always tell my ministers to number our days. Blah blah blah. Okay, let's read another one. Okay, say in my view, the Supreme Court want to interpret it. Oh no, let's read another one. Let me see. Let me see. The other one. Let me see. Go. Keep scrolling it. No, circle back. Circle back. Let me hear it. Not this one. Not this one. Go the same thing that you were now rolling. Rolling the beam. You start rolling the beam. The people of Ghana gave me one additional term, and my duty is to work hard to honor that trust. So, Opeso just say, Opeso say, people of Ghana, and then the focus was to make sure that Obe deliver. But he said the same thing when Council of, he said there was Catholic Bishop Conference. I catch President Mahama, and I know Catholic Bishop. No, recently he said something about LGBT. Say LGBT no best sign also. I said, my priority. My priority is to make sure, say Ghana for my priority is to make sure that Ghana a commitment am making no make sure say me shemu kena me ye adwuma dia boa Ghana ma Ghana tumpo na LGBT is not my priority muntie ni yo but oka say no nche say LGBT na nya ne priority no e ba one sign that be the same thing you the same thing you oka say the mandate is to make sure that the commitment to Ghana Ghana for no me ye ho adwuma no e no nche say sa adie no ba na ekoye interpretation no na se fa e no chance won go e ba eti dia ba ni na that's fine okay it is clear but it should have told us say okay obodi akwa ayi ba me de me baba be so me eti e ho no still there's a missing link we still have to know say na ye ko Supreme Court na se interpretation e ba na se President Mahama betimi akobie mu a hono de one can't say any babium dia because that's the Supreme Court akasa afebo say Supreme Court akasa when you say obetimi akobiemo afede ne yesan ba be yi na judge afeni ne party for kasa ene ye popular ye jana wa hweya ahwa na NDC akolusu because the whole world obi ansesa candidate ne manimu ya wini da ye na fe ya starting brainstorm brainwashing kofo ye ni ade but as a senko catcher yen say yes ye dia ko Supreme Court na mom say Supreme Court ruling ne ba ne ye catcher yen say e metimi akobiem ko I'm not interested. All right, your time na so ye ko yes your time na so who was let's see John Boadu the Nkosisi your time na so John Boadu. There's something that I've seen about NPP campaign. It looks like a chairmanship position, some way. BID was running at so always a social media. Me person share who is leading one and nipa bonidi say any idea na me company idea. But I saw something last week over the weekend. Now I was shocked. That listen, a guy made a Facebook post just like opinion poll, and I wanted to read to see where people thinking towards. Let's watch the post of the Facebook post. Okay, that guy, his name is what? Mr. Fabra from Kakrana his name is Harry Abuaje. So Harry Abuaje is a new patriotic party member. I don't know minimum that, but Miss Colin before I post with. I say it's becoming too easy and simple to know the next national chairman of the new patriotic party, NPP. And you posted side we say no. And I decided to go and see some of the commentaries and that your friend say the posting. Then let's read some of the commentaries quickly. You're rolling the fast part. Okay, so who read there? Wise Awidi was see JB is the best to lead. John Boadi na asem na wakana. Okay, Joseph Knight Gazy was say John Adrenkese Boadi. John Boadi is our surest bet for 2028 elections. Kofi Sidoff was say Chairman Boache Jako is our next chairman, the best to lead. Ekria Ella was say John Boadi the best to lead. Quay Senior Isaac was say Boache Jako Torino is the right choice. Harry Abuaje okay. Kwame Owusu Frempong was say Uncle JB is the deal. Mark Corantin was say JB is non-negotiable. Atubiga Ibrahim was awaiting victory for JB. That's the John Boadi. Flag bearer or say John Boadi all the way. Stephen Inketia or say John near power near Equia Ella or say JB near power near Messi. Wuna was say John Boadi is the man. Hey, okay. Then Uskroli say Dr. Baumia Batnap or say John Boadi is the man for the job. Emmanuel Atefua Dance was say JB John the builder. Oforiki Gideon was say John Boadi is the next chairman of the great New Patriotic Party. Abeku Santana was say JB all the way, the best person to lead us. Please, bonnet set was say we can't afford to lose election 2026. JB near power near Harry. Okay, and Tori Morgan was exactly John Boadi all the way. Jocelyn Ama was a John Boadi for chairman. A flexible Oyari Dia planetoid was a JB is coming. Lawrence Ajaman Dia was a Boache Jako the next chairman cry. Harry Boache was a Lawrence Ajaman Dia ka easy. Was a Daniel Oben Danko was a ka easy. Daniel Oben Danko was yo too much. Lincoln Owusu was very clear. John Boadi, the master tactician. We need power. Simple. Give us JB, and we shall give you power. Gifford Akrofi Addison. It has never been difficult to us. Track records speak for it all. The delegates want power. The delegates want a chairman who is experienced. The delegates want someone who has an unmatched record when it comes to the party management. That chairman has been John Boadi. That chairman is John Boadi. That chairman will forever be John Boadi. Nana Kwaku Ofoswase Boache Jako is our next chairman. Harry Abuaje Abuaje Nana Kwaku blah 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 blah. Boadi Rodolph. I say John Boadi is the next national chairman. Mickey Abubro General was say John Boadi is the deal. Rahim Tamim was say for sure chairman JB is waiting. Yakubu Ashford, sorry Yoku Ashford Awful was say please is it Coca asking for a friend? Nicolo Machiavelli was say Paula Fokwana. Okay, Columbia MP was say chairman we can trust to give us power come 2028 general election. Blah 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 blah. We have more. Okay, we'll say Isaac Why or say Jako, Boache Jako, Kendrick Hansan, Boache Jako, Brasame, Boache Jako, Kodo, Dachi KD, Osajo for answer. Very simple because it's clear John Boadi has done it before and the possibility of doing again is high. Nana Kwaku, John Boadi for NPP, National Chairman is our next party chairman. Okay, it's enough. More messages and a message you Yansem. In order, and I was shocked. So this is John Boadi. If anything else is Sadia, I don't know the delegates what they say because this is a social media post and all that. I don't know, but Bibi and Sadia, per what I have read to you, it is likely that John Adrenkese Boadi will be the next chairman for New Patriotic Party. But BBC Sadia asked for that one. I don't know. I'm told that Master Kofi Juma is the masterminding the campaign of John Boadi. So Adrenkese
good. Amanyofo na na omuyenya atwom kakra ya na hypocrisy kakra wo omunimra no omunim ne so omuye at any point in time. Ekoma ekotia omumu huni a omunimra omunim kwa ya faso ya de ekotia obi foforo hu ni dia na akwese munye iwia ye be kirechirem munye iwia ye be kirechirem di me dem ya see
because maybe some we say we dey demo so what steady conversations na ekosona NDC communicator bia seems to support Adeno. Let me say one ewo records of can say Iyoko na Iyoko minya so say ombeba e de wo mu no ma betire obi a but ye Haruna Eken say ya emre bi atwa MPP for no say ya
of course in fact I can't to just say ya na difficult ma amanyoko say ono be prosecute ni huni enti na question na obi say adan abani fra abamu ko asara yoko ye adwuma na
and this are buying every honomo afana abu say we akwa
no kire wo nya atwuma wo ye mogem ewo oman no ene mpanifa ye power mu no ewo mu mogem nya atwuma wo mogya ni mu a ye de afra mogya ni me kanso no a ye chini wo nipa de body mu ebi nie yoku kronoa will be told say there's supposed to be an investigation between me and Kanfangu near Yami Hufi, but maybe Yami near Banganum on a certain Galamsey accusation. They will be properly invited. They will go and appear with the young who Rambo style. Say confront the same argument, no, and answer the same allegation, no, towards a party opposition member as well. And also, who different style of a day. Independent be more humans than others. In fact, my main say even opposition for no cry no ayeko yokono. There are some of them that are respectably invited.
And even miracles has been going there for about a month or so without anybody hearing about it.
Mr. say yenye consistent. You see ebe adwuma na yenye nyachum ne ntonchen. Na nyachum na no ya ye too much. In fact, case kronwa against the Republic of Ghana kronwa no depending on Attorney General Kro ho ne wo se ne o managing in Crawford. And I say equity obiso o se ne manage no na ne abasisie ya ye ka eyobia numusemo ne Ghana ya ka am say empenifa responsible ni nyantie ya mudi defense na wo ho no yes say e kwaya obefa so abechi dipa no enchire the potency of your case emfa ho enini ni twaka bia
na say ya na just a question of showing you where power lies because so steady at the na any panel ye bet no ye hwehwem e betu abase be nanu nansa na onya obi ane ne nkasai afi by the time obenye obi ne nakasa na ye de ayi condition bi abeto so eso enti mo ya na mo akwa ba by the time am bakwa ba no na mo wasa nya na dubi o ansa na ye yiwu
yes
enti no even before say asem no ye beka kura na say wudi bim kura na ye dika ama na ko hwedie mu kakra enti eno na
you see eno na ede ochina sa question dem krofo etro no ena be ma asem wi
ochina bia ni ba bia
no but say you do say
na ada na ochina bia ni ba bia
so you say you say
how I don't know any baby.
Who said them train and Yamibo Budia the Chia too?
Oh man.
Any pongo no mukra naturally Yamidi
public service. Prof means but I will never go with that idea. Corruption it kills. Into people who misbehave with our money. We're not supposed to be talking with them.
They are suspects until
we're not supposed to.
No, chief. Until say
no, you don't speak like that. We're a lawyer.
No, but the issue is that
you're not supposed to okay. Should you beat them?
Haruna, see,
you're supposed not to be saying
as somebody learning law. If I guess person was the way we handle some of the things.
The emotions.
Haruna, emotions. I say nipa,
Haruna, hear me out. Haruna, hear me out. Mukroya, at times, Mokasa, yitie, and they are mutimika say, a better say, Obama 99, a dear Ben, dear bay,
than 99, friends and thieves, both
come in.
I have just told you that when somebody is arrested, that person's innocent. There's no doubt about that person's innocence.
If I can finish. The American say, sir, this defense need this position, for example, Minya Haruna Teki, for example.
Will say,
I mean,
I see.
It's the position I was taking. Me say he is only doing that because opposition nina adnitien. You see, why didn't Dr. Ayene? Me dey make say I'm not saying say million to force.
Obia audio, but also when can just now work as a wabu. But when can just say style be on person which will be on better or anybody the other papa say
It's a papa tias assembly yet who you. It's in America says some
but Okakyie was say make us say mabo.
Okay, we shouldn't. He's talking about alcohol influence.
Another influence of alcohol. Now, but Haruna, so wait a second. So we establish law in that say via Obiaba no Kasa. That's who say or Kasa under influence of alcohol. What does the law say?
Take him serious.
Oh no, you just allow him to be sober before you continue with the interrogation. But that one can't. Entijano manum komra. Until sometimes you are restrained, you are kept prepared for the interrogation. Chief,
you see, and I'm not saying say in Sianoa, and I say nine Dr. Yine, Emomu, Nolly Prosecute, and I'm not saying they were guilty, but their cases were before competent courts. In fact, me and Yabutra cry and guide the case to a peaceful conclusion. We just had to strike it out because they were our party people.
They had to force in case. Was it a case?
They say several cases no Dr. Yine, Echuche
is not.
What I'm saying, they say, what? Oh, Abutre. The American say, says our case here at that way. Miraculous and why your cases be bobo ninjano. Sabe Dr. Yine beto so and kahunkem. But any party for nintino ultimate. What I'm saying is that I see a demrabe juma. Yen peko ebusumie ye niama enye seem to be fairly being used. Nenye say so skewed to the extent that we have the energy to talk about corruption then. Only when it applies to baby fufu. My problem get say back no. And a medical council say, "E kwaya abefa so abeti obi no." And no dey yami o. Ken, it has no bearing on the potency of your case. Kwaya be ne fa so che kwabna edubu ahia ene ni case na yes some way wo court.
Why? Court na buana.
Court mu aye.
So ukata yeso mu.
And I say potency of a case no. Ye nyina if we follow the case will finish. But as at now currently what in fact the case we are following the menya judge and the menya lawyer and the menya I'm saying say the energy in the press conference here Senka court to start to say or confirm me and a case in proceeding some of those things we heard in the press conference then can say by now confirm me we are soon to be lawyer how most of the charges in there has been dropped. Is that why the press conference was made?
That's how you prosecute a case.
That you come and present 100 cases and jail the person in public. Then you could do quarter, next what about 5, next what about 4. Why?
That's how you prosecute.
No, you are soon to be lawyer, Daroma. You will not say that. I won't take this from And sincerely speaking, may supply justice, we must know. Only that Yempese Ebeka because he goes against the opposition. And the opposition should be issued notice on also bar. In fact, in the past they also did it. And the way
and the crowd said Nelson Mandela Day. Mandela stood for reconciliation and forgiveness. Near they you're not listening.
Now also your phone be last year now you who be going I don't know. Many Haruna should not under watered it down near the and yet. Swedro guy be a Mukofan so a so has come. Mukofan the way Accra to Accra put any problem. Nasa Swedro somebody gets adapted from Swedro. Masked men. Yeah, woman ye home police tag, ye home uniform, say immigration for the better, no, say fire service for the better, no, Ken. For that period, say be an na bibia, one man in Rapong. It may water it down, and yet can't police professionally appear and take that boy? What is maxed something? Mobama mobes your wajimo. Mobama crofu, bonny be muboni be a dibidio mwajim. Also, I did 2 a.m. call Governor Disinfee. Hey, can't you professionally? Megaphone. I am detective blah 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 from the federal defense. Then open your door. Your entire facility is surrounded. Yeah, who be? And now what are we learning? Are we Oko China detectives like as a correct military for no almost the same krabi. They will outweigh you and your macho na digital number your small boy. Enti mesre ade nya enye who he has a who be maximum big gidi ni akofo obi, it doesn't show the potency of your case. And I make us say ABSCC. I'm not talking about America.
But it's assembly. It's but what
honorable Aruna, Madam Master America say number one, a crowd of person but you doesn't show the potency of the case. What you need to see. And now nam how far still ko ha so ha ko ni nyanya yi Sunyane guy bia Baba Mando or also adaptation from Sunyane down to Accra. Sunyane so your command, potent commander. You get what I'm saying? Intermediate Mofo say yeah, it is only because of it is Nkuntia Munipa. Ube defended the polisher for who the Bonapada Chinipons cry and it's only because it's not happening to your people. A see Unipa Bakukra Mube did send before the day. Now the bail conditions came. What say bill, it is to secure the presence of the person to face trial. Bill an equivalent utiaka to once and you will explain that. Again, maybe be a water dance and near cornea. And I say see will baby soon and air course. Next time so better also. Slide also a person for General Secretary for MPPC. Over time Omuba. They would, as part of some of the bill conditions for some people, they would demand the original cross now and yes was no.
Any problem there?
At the Rome and American say
any problem there?
There are some people Asemno Obubuoma and they attach those bill conditions to it to mean say Uma Fescano into good bill conditions. I have started the example of Kamedu Bangani the case student lawyer who names the case is no started dropping from a charge with I think 27 charges. Who started dropping by 11 by Nabeka 2.
Now you
drop it back.
Now you who no. Just say civil but you see my who baby but honorable Haruna who which is a kind of Riata everywhere kind of Riata and these state institutions also a yidi to know says kind of Riata or ha nase uniha and nase nifini and nase say why do you have to go to his house, break the door and enter and abria ubetimi enya free access boy bako say Obama opoku as yes one so akwa bibi go break in the doors yes sir we must be concerned
can say police police
oh yes Camilla the Kahwamo Camilla Dia Abanance Kamila Al Hassan. No Musi Jelly ya Obuso Koka say
girl
recent girl media. Aha. Ono suni die say virtually adaption yehu. Now they say he confessed in the absence of a lawyer that or guilty. A lawyer now comes in says he wants to revise his plea and then yes, the judgment has been really
why? The lady was put before court and she pleaded guilty.
In the presence of a counsel or in the absence of a counsel?
We are talking before court. When we interrogation.
Na someone kasa na mo kra mo say obi back court kra na se oni lawyer. Judge ni timi Breman say he empe lawyer man. Haruna
Ken, this is not a statement.
And you are here as a party man. But
this is not a statement being taken of the person.
Oh, I expect you to talk law.
No, but please, Prof. Let me tell you, I am talking law, but sometimes what to do it's weird.
Yeah.
Somebody has been put before court, and he has been asked to plead. The person pleads guilty. What should the court do? What should the court do? Once you plead guilty, the court will.
Honorable Haruna. Okay, said the American say what we time away DC, you know. Now I heard of Rexec, you know, so yes, move to me, say no, maybe or I'm ye. Say Vance and what will be, and I mean, I'm mobile, me wolf here. Ubeti me, I'm a male leadimo, ako, a dynamo, my dear, baby, be a mobile. By the time I realized, it happened to him. It happened to
there are rules regarding arrest. Say police both here. It's a duty to give access for them to enter. If you don't give them access, and now Oman access, no room now to Puma, they have every right to break every part of the house and come out. That is the law.
How must they come?
I love the way this gentleman is talking about this.
That is the law. Look, people are as we speak, people are listening to us.
But many of us in any of these instances, my auntie said there was any resistance, and I said,
"Send your money, baby. Cost on one deal."
My point to the second. My point to the say. The people must come properly identify themselves, like we see the U.S. police. When they come and they are masked, and they start breaking into your door. How do you open? You consider say I'm robbers people now, but
speculation are we?
Identical me,
Prof. Who say make an because a beer? I am telling
you.
We speculate.
Yeah. What them now? We are conjecturing. We are speculating. Who the same thing? Someone okay. No.
But my Dr. Yene Yokoshawase. Almost all the investigative bodies I see Rambo style there.
Rambo style. You see, just a point. Destroy the party.
Please.
The government is interested. These are point register view flag just coming up.
And Kayen Kanyabuta.
I did Rambo style.
Haruna Nyabutara.
One of the two coaches. Miracles in
fact, we are incoming regional
deputy regional secretary.
So I we are well deserved of the position.
Deputy regional secretary.
Yes, the composition in contest.
Yes, oppose program. I made them could fufu. And Penifu Penasempa. To your point, I was King, how are you do? Haruna Brabra. No, not on the could fufu.
Institutions here come as a minina. They are serving for anti-corruption. Yeah, they will be any job. Yenina Ghana had the minimum be because of Gobiafa Ghana's car, Sabi, and Shirasuma Nungudi. Ubianka says 60-40 for 40 by Nokodi 60. What I'm saying is that supervisors no musho musono. They should call them to you that if they don't support what they are doing, there are better ways of doing this. We now use the bagana for breakasa. There's a thin line between optic and object. You can provide all the defense, but nipa be so no they will not be happy with you. Maybe on the day you need them to be happy with you. Dr. Ayune, especially Yokodia Ekeshawase, hey. Rambo Star doesn't grant any additional potency to your case. Let's see full stop or baby Ken. We are treating ourselves the way. And not just a member be uncle court me can answer. But me mum dear, empire pa be going say Obi also a dear by Sika. Say Embrano Echiwa. As I say, yes, I want to every person if you are now, yes, I dear Sutrin Biba. Na servers because Charlie said said you see keka so obi di crofos camera minim say no credit eni say ma na ya na have kakra so say asembisi a yeso ya tia bonten ye nimu pi ensusu na ya gina mu ye na ye ka enti na njabotre Prof Nyabotre, I welcome into the studios. Honorable Michael Kwesiedu, what you said you good fufu. Now the program so about late. Now you say meaning say on a lead campaigner for Lexia. But I mean Lexia se share that penance. On the way.
Canadian the way of
now so what say change the sentences.
Say Lexia mini aba. So only needing a friend Lexia na boa hin.
I see.
Ah, ti din boa hin so ni baby e free.
I see.
Aha, no sati ofurukrum. Ne papa som ofurukrum consensus nti.
Ah, o ni ah.
Ah, into e mini aba nti SMTV etanachi. Anope mechia motiefo nyina chia ofurukrum fo etie. Kinedred no be metitinse me bakra na metie bi. Na mini aka asem alaja aka asem ama me ho adwiri me kakra. Or says bill sikamode to 2 bills no ebebo ama nipa no mete semetiria o se sika ye de abọ kwa edu no eno ho bill na e o se de ma wo bill enye sika ye de abo kwadu hu bill na ese de ma bill e wo ho se ne awo na we accused person no yihia wa wo beba se ne awo ndwane enti ne ye bill
na order we dey been no se wo obi akofa 30 cedis na ye koko manu bill of 5 cedis na me deba said ye be ya nipa no ye hwe na ba begina free me ho na nipa de dwane a say ye be jisika de free me ho a obetumi afa etiri mi sika ba ma no ayi
fini de omayi mo ewe ya hyehyemra ma no ehwe se wa fundamental human rights ye ntiti aso enti emra na ya hyehyɛ se was court to me man nipa ya che no ya accusing the bill ya chewa there's a presumption of innocence until proven guilty until say abeka say you guilty no you innocent too of course honom ne na was ye hwe na ye ka say ye chi obi na ye say asem ye de ato ne so no ko edu no ye yemfa an say 5 million na was okofa bill ye worth 5 million or na say more by say ye bua no for that akra say odi for say ye ne say say ye bua no for dada ansakra na owura court dem be free say ye what presumption of innocence say ebia we innocent until proven guilty no enu ntide ye ma akonya say nya bill na fa defend wo ho abre na wo da bill ne so no na wo ba court ni ye pensem munsemu enu ntida bill ne so ya ka se kofa ni patitiro mienu bi bra ebi asi two sureties sure I want to be justified sureties no enye obi akeke na akofa na bawo obi oye ni patitiro bi a yenim se ye hwehwe wa obetama wa ye dey
tese wo se o papa say
ai ni petitro pa se hase ya na bia ma be fa Okakyie sa no ko jibi na
wo ka se me ho ye papa wo mo
sa se na o da be
enti Kinedred ene o hwa de ekoso na ye abuse of authority akonya ye de ama ye nuanom ana omutiti aso omutiti amanfo fa ahodie so na me de ye nyini na kwesi practical assembly bibia ye ka se o ria fonsa na wo ye dey wo hwa wo de echina ebetimi adane akoba bia nti ye ne politicians se bia ya yensua de ene ye nua no mo justify no men ka se de ye koso na ntu bia ebi o ha emu awrem o hwe te se de omde ma so ye papa ma so ko fidjuma sa be me kan ho asem o ha ya se Abraham Okakyie no kra na odi ni birthday kwesi ada na Okakyie no na
hwe now can say police be to from so odi birthday
Kumasi omdi ni free Kumasi na omo drive all the way to Accra Kotum weekend e ma ne Kotum ma weekend na uni so ma yimu ye chi weekend ye che so be de mama ejo ada ye dey aba ansa na bill no kra ye tumi ama obi o hwe omo a na ye chichi om ye bubu omo apono ko mu fie peja ne ma se ho hwe de too innocent yenia Dennis Miracle yi mo de stop order akoto airport says obi tu kwan a mama ni ntu kwan in fact ade ba akwa Ghana for nim ne say NDC abanwe almost obi o serve order na Akufo-Addo aban mu bia mo de stop order akoto airport e de ni di akoto enti sa wote wo sisi bia wo kra wonim se wa ye boni bi ba muso nkan na ye wa adwe se wo tu kwan afri o man ni mu ukodu airport ani a che
but ye notify wo say
notify wo nkofo bebre o ho a ye che mo airport wi ansa na ye de o ma koyoko ene bie na ansa na o hu adekra ye bebi so mo in fact ekwa even public service servants ye do the akoto se me mansuma MPP abamu sa me ya government appointment
na only board bi aso
man serve
oh okay
mansuma
papa so
ba o means oka ho ba o means the dealer ho
ento ono zo ni
obi a because even minim say Kokobo staff okra ye adwuma and MPP abamu o munye government appointees o me staff ebi ne Kokobo workers etu kwan omudru airport ye so omosom ntie stop ye omo echi omo ekoshe bie na be 3 days ansa na eja omo almost every state institution na Ghana ha wa wo so mo MPP ababia du dia to airport enti de omo pa chense wontu kwan emeretinti adom ye papa dom Mahama te akonya so muso board na okutu kwan a Yebecho, ye do akobi na yoku. Yebeko akobi se bisa omu se ebi abehye 3 days, 4 days. Ebeka so obusu afokrati ami ababe yi no. Na mra wa hye mu no. Na chese kakra for when ya
say kraba you say okra airport in there say what was kraba
abrochi. And so now we say ho. Dennis dey ya ye ken. Dennis bedru airport. Kinedred ene utu kwan a wonim se ne etie. Wanya lucky kwan na utu kwan na utu economy a wonim se ne etie. Na wanya lucky nso dey say woni ska na ene opposition bia utikita ucha ye dey afu ni bia. Obeya transit be miensa. Enti bia maybe a wo free ba no. Be 24 hours cry we dware cry wonya dey. Won dware bi o. Na wo bedru kotoka wonim se wo ho ato wa bedru krom. Se wo ura kotoka the relieve about so wa ba bedru krom no. Airport you play mo aduani. Wo ye de ma cry be on tibindi. E common deal. No ba bedru. Wa ba bedru wonim se wa dru fie. Efie for che o mu gira bonten. Ura airport ma yes ya sopa ade ya ye de bibi krata be to airport o say ye ma wontu kwan no obi ono wa ba be dru de iwe ente second ofrata de ya mo kan ye biu second ofrata de okọ se de nam tamakuru okoi ba we wa ba be dru a wa ba ni manu a onim se ahananka e wo se ne ye protect the farm with you no obedru ya wa kina akoshim se ne niam odi tu kwan obi di amade bi ma no se bibi hyem e be sei ni nyina wache no wasesa ne niam odi tu kwan ba yi na akohye baabi ni nyina odi akohye baabi na busafo ehu no.
And what was this meant to prove? Say yes, ye de ne koni krom ya kotwa ne fie sisi anu abo haruna di adanse say na wa he ene de who say Ghana say you do me I do you na soon as say this how no man buy na amanfo so edi bi beba yankopon fa ne crazy ono abo o mane boama ono so ni fie wo ade be na ye
ba wo mane boama fi ba se problem ye issue before
Kinedre ade na enye problem
we dey Dennis ko shame no e tenti aye di Dennis ko shame no Dennis pie ye o say yeah, emergency okoshi
bacho wo fi wasifi
o say yes mercy
and the diabetes say the be see twaba no
omo ntwa say me see me na mo ba fa see say me abranti a me bobra
David na bese ko say wo be de wo say
o mercy fi okra say be mo be di matom me ka say ma mobra abranti a me bobra me ye adwuma nko omo mu ni minim business amaye ne adwuma amaye na say be me nyanya nsa anto asase ensi fi na say ma mobra na just mama bra abrabo ne yeboko yanim obi abobra se obebo nwatumi aye japade bi eja nachi kinedu adu tie se na wo so kwa koye politics
enya me masem ye
politics e fe na ye ba ba fefe wunsemu na obi oho a impe football kra omo sha abrabo ase niam a omaye wo mabrabo mansa na omo politics e so koye politics an ye beka se bibi aye politics Dennis Miracle so oka even Abraham University na o publish horse no omo annually your contract publish omo books e wo legoni adi nyina amomo I was starting the press why when those days press said na sika wum was started in the publishing business I know oye pa enti imante ni bo almost start Abraham ntem esha eniama symptom me me import plastic TNG yes me 2013 am here master sani import plastic TNG ba beton eniama bebre na tissues ni rose na ye de ba beton kumasia me wo customers ni ade omu ni me say business na me yeni ansakra na me petroleum enti
ene papa bibi wono ho
enti kinedo
abobra
se let's say me ye BBC wono ma
but me say be so na be so to use as e can say camouflage na say o mo di na
ana nyeme bi wo ho a ye ya wo say ye hwe I say Ghana politics me ye ya ma ye ni aya say ye ho ye say ye ho ye the politics ne say ye ho hwe say ya omoche no e de ne ko ni fie ho no me for say be bia latte na latte asase ni nkan asase na say ene say me ko wa say ko me ko pa asase a ebo amenya no mepe Kumasi Kruma mi nyane sa. Me
can't see when him. Me nada. Se o kopasa so wasa Krupon. Na o pebi Kumasi ha. Wasa Krupon de na ebo dente ko.
Wasa Krupon depend on baby a open. Wasa baby a. Enye baby a.
Se
Okako say gold ni.
Yes, because the whole no there. So only another example like come for
open na se ma bi se bi. Open Kruma. Kruma na bia ne bobedi na wo ko eche kaka ne bo
na se Kumasi sa
Kumasi Kumasi abonte hefa
but tell wasa Krupon Kumasi
asase de be ma fukra e de ma wa be 1 billion
and the Kumasi
1 billion
and the Kumasi single room
80 latte
single room ubes kind Kumasi single room let's say for 700 cedis wasa Krupon ube high no 250 cedis
enye baby a Kinedwe
Matia Brown
na Kinedwe latte latte asase ne nkra asase ne se nkran ene latte asase ne se
it depende latte krone nkran
baby nkrampo wako yarefa so pa asase no wako latte difference ye den ewu ana obi ofri latte na de ahemfo for private akase wo ye de share bra beja asase wi e de wo abusuafo ho mo asase wo ho enti no nipa ni sidan obo se cost no pictures cry me hu and cry dan cry unfinished mo sha pictures you obo se dan baby onwie a ogusu a o sidan na onwie ye we ni etwa ba beto abonte di beguna ma so obi a enche bia enkra ni fie won cry insu afa no ama na ni atutu aka de nsem ni fie ni manyina asai ama ne ho kire no
na se ona enya
na ni fie na won cry de man fa anko ho anko twa ma ye mo de ne ko ni kro mo latte e ho na mo ko twa me ahwe
se ye ko hese bibi hye kwa
mo ko e de na munyai
na se de o ke de ase de me ka ho
alaji ni na busafo na mo so mpese mo kire MPP fo mo mi MPP fo ama ye hu se o ma ka MPP fo ahye na so de nyame ehia na be tu o da se ni ntumi nse no yen ka se obi aye boni ama ma mo nchi no be kwa mo fa so no me ekira ho mo obi a o
masa ekira no de what is it munya
se ye de eni alaji a
munya
ebedu obos o kemu amana se ko no kemu frɛ kinedwe munke bi mame na saa enema ya ye kwa akusisai oman no na ye tutu na se oman na mra wo ho e say NDC mpanyimfo bi a said your conscience e kasa che o ma sha se e kasa
some of them
e bia sha se e kasa me papa haru na dusu wa kasa sade ne enya anko nka enya anke onka o se de
interior minister crack can be you
ono so akemi mu ba konabu mu ba mutakanso akemi ana na nse ya mate se yo mo panyi ba ku bi so ka
Mr.
Alesegbefi aye omu nyina omu ye mpanyimfo NDC mu omu se acheche ne de omu ya no a ye follow due process a ye chi obi a ne di bail condition kakraka to no so ama obehemu sa aboso me ne ohim ye papa ye oti ofurukru ni ona boss SB ohemu more than 1 month ni na ye bail condition be be active no
for no sina ye
we betwa and one thing I say when say yoku enya court yoku investigative body enti yoku ni kran kenye so no di bail de oye uchi obi a so de court na court no ahwe bail a wose de mano na so na hwe de yoku ye nipa mfa hudi na omuteti aso na ya nhwe ya ebedu ba bi ga na ha sei emebi beba ye chewa obi beka se koshkomem na kohwehwe abo bi more fabra ansa na yetumi ayi afrim kakra meka
so ehu ensensem na yentie nsem o mampani ekaye na yemra sisia.
The people of Ghana gave me a mandate for 1 term, and I am working hard to meet the promises I made them. And so I always tell my ministers, I say, let's number our days so that we can work harder to meet the promises we made the Ghanaian people. I note that people have gone to the Supreme Court seeking interpretation of the clause that governs the tenure of the president. If you ask my personal opinion, I thought that it was clear enough. I've read it over several times. It's exactly what it says. But if they want to ask the Supreme Court, that is their business. But I know that the people of Ghana gave me one additional term, and I'm going to work to meet the trust that they put in me.
One said President, the bed said Binum and just say over third term. And was say who's a Binum the Supreme Court to cross seeking interpretation say, well, no be as over third term there. But we're making a point clear. I'm a young was a Ghana for one renew the mandate at the man, so one the second term. Or Banu be divia or we. Sana President taking or we are we into when you can put the man for crown how more cry. What's a record no streets of the Okakyie
or say what kind of constitution it is clear. Say see anything. Even though I'm out for the Supreme Court, not the team upon say Ghana for amano one term. Or they Canadian back on story be a name make it round. Say MPP for acting and as a friend say if as acting chairman Buti. A truck rata come Naran Cancer Board say we revoke the position as can I say council of patrons about the constituency. I've been checking say many confirmation tino many well say na board say wow we be man bra e ho de bra be conducting elections in his capacity as a chairman of patrons.
Sure.
And chairman would to me so say elections are a course on in his capacity as
chairman,
regional chairman. Why inaugurate and general secretary Dekrata by say chasa was a general secretary ain't me emphasize to me number. But the last time I checked to me and then so and I said now me name chairman to be so be the chairman regional chairman said the whole payer
national chairman
national chairman very good necessary or no be ba now all the directive ba no beating it the region I mean you see MPP people must tell them the truth in the face say it's not about you.
It's about Kuno.
It's about the Kuno collective. Entinye Kuno bibia de besia. Oh no, oh bepe. But se bibisia. Sabi, baby, I'll be address ya some no crane said you cancel no. I don't get it. When I heard some of them on radio, threatening fire and brimstone, you see, what's your party for? What's your same with you? Tell me what make and idea Obekana Bonte name who's your party for Obeka. Those who would say cameras and record us all. So eventually, one another casa. It's a public casa. Oh, chairman, Sadi and the Mo Unjai, one kind of crane chairman. Say MPP, the heartbeat of MPP, so far, and it is Ashanti, and it was under your watch. And Asadi we buy. So whether say a year one, I say any one. At this point, you don't need to be doing this, and no prayer one. I rest my case.
Who grievances are per party constitution? I will say we use internal processes and sana wakwa bonti. Until sometimes when you see internal processes now, what they call bonti and what they call quarter, no party no constitution also. To me, did say anona ejina so my a process now start now. Maybe about to the process I start easy no much to be no and I be a nipa so to me and serve at the right time no ma about to the course but be as it may no ken party no and the car taba almost suspended some of the constituencies no me gidi so mo better say no ma hwe e de niam atoye in fact for instance so far Ashanti region about 47 constituencies na say ebi abem yen se bia na bi issue ba ho a eno enye failure eno wo hwe success rate na wo say largely no yetumi a conduct elections in majority of the constituencies awie enti kakra bi ansem aba hono party the bishop CC e nipa ho
Ashanti muluzu how many seats were Ashanti? 3 Ashanti 3 seats muluzu Ashanti MPP adansi asokwa e can say Asante Achem ho Edra Asante Achem so muluzu
okay Asante Achem
and new Dubias
baby gentleman
independent candidate
or independent muluzu
Edra new Dubias ni Asante Achem
if ever independent candidate they say NDC I'm sure
they muluzu you can say baby
seat was Asante 7
Fredachi
muluzu best 7 Fredachi
muluzu best 7 muluzu best 7 I said
no it was 7 Asante there was 7 was here
okay yeah party internal
no make party no
and make us some few constituencies na issue about
they make can say mo ankasa no
2024 election na will be
we lose 7 seats
yes
and let's say a normal amokoko nansi be 7 as 8 and now it is okay say success rate no for I don't get
say I don't measure success rate and yes is I would lose
86% success
yes because you are now get
conduct of elections
you are fighting to get your party back
on track conduct of elections so we conduct elections in constituencies let's say constituencies here 47 let's say to me 40 there ka 7 and when you failure 7 so yes say to me obey but a human institution nipa ho adwuma na wo ye menteme ho ase betumi ayede aba menteme ho ase ne ba e wo say wo pay we na wo trust na wo solve and process now the best solve na party pay for FM
na be me mami busa wo said ye mo party baby ankrofo isi hwemu na careful senka mo reorganize dia ki be who some should I say semblance of unity. But I feel there I'm say ensemu what in anankansa what in anankansa boadu telling the whole world said there we see a party no wa boaba wumia what wontumi said there or no chairman general secretary entimi and order no manage bibi general secretary no working with another you can say competitor to get any normal course more so say my question is mebusa mebusa Senkesi or any other regional and Kenya the heartbeat of your party how ready are you
Ashanti is stronghold Kidedred and the stakes there high
absolutely
the stakes in Ashanti region are very high Senya Odoa party ma edema MPP no in Ashanti region so and a competition na Ashanti region no other regions in Tesa Ashanti region and a party na kuma wunti aprapre na ya na emu yehwe ha eminti na consensus ni bu aprapre no anu e dia na Ashanti region so obi anim sese owini position wa Ashanti region a ema ne political stakes ne kosro
Zizi yekasi ya meba 1 second yekasi yekani ya uhwe aba ya tono constituency ya
yeah
edu wa kujina be 70% mewa
o be cha kanisa
so much no
e be cha kanisa some you satisfied so can we satisfied and can make me highly satisfied
with us ni ofro for the man no dey any
no me no me so papa o ma se me
I don't know what some
I feel say internal election organization is very quite difficult
of course
and party bia or internal dispute resolution mechanisms emrano ema kwan say institutions like that no or internal mechanism you know if you agree if I will be used no but if or no guarantee nipa rights that you can go to court in fact say we jakwana court will refer you back to the internal the court is prepared to do that to refer you back to the internal dispute resolution mechanisms you know and they say if it is about your rights of natural justice mumni abusing the court cannot sit and say use internal mechanism you know but you see as political party leaders sometimes your selfish interest way above party interest too much and that's the problem
and me pacho but who are DBS so MP for no na politicians no we say time and now what bench no we are sure say you were yearning for contest but be DMP they try and register no say a bedroom no contest.
Even constituency officers. So who's on contest? They want to skew the register to favor them.
Electoral coordinators. NDC is a problem. No,
Master, these are political parties. No, political party. And to make them say BBC MPP ma, I watch it because Nipa Sunya.
Yes.
And gradually the echoes of parties revolve around. So you have to learn and look, be factual about some of these matters. And I can see the banter between Chamawun to Mene General Secretary Kodia. A very serious matter.
Who's the political watchers no essay? Last election Wun to me supported you can say Kodia.
Yeah.
They were going to be supported John Boadu.
Yeah.
And a Kodia fame. And the Kodia also opposition who say so heard who he and no one way na patrol honorable Edu. I know one was say asenso boachene chairman Fifi.
Very beautiful.
The law of karma, no. What is on about Chammy, Madame for?
So
a crown money won't be doing fast or no.
Would we count?
I want to be what the West would this against Ochem.
Sir,
I want to know Uncle Pip Court in
on Sunday.
Look, let me tell you. Won't me and Casa what Mamma do of suicide lesson. But you see, the law of karma exists. Let me tell you, politics, we will be born here. I shall for ecosystem, you know. So I'm passing one for compulsory to the panel.
I said, look at your brother.
The law of karma is interest now.
No, but somebody too much
interest.
I won't tell you that.
I said, look at your so contest, say, of example. So no, anti politics, hey, see, I don't want you.
Ken, the Ecoso Father Chamawun to me penny for against the national officers near Ecoso. Maybe sincerely, Chamawun to me a party penny, regional chairman continues for all days who are the position in the MPP and yet position Ketua. Best say we know as no Casacha party for now will be recorded better about it, but Nina Casa Nina Ayakasa. Going forward, baby, you're not in the near channel. Eka sa Kodia no money Chamabuste no position no be. Enti on relax ma omo onya botrema party mpanimfo no national na eyifo no onya botre pa mo because sebe okodu no bi nso enya botre ama no na regional chairman bi so eye ne a oye ni bia ahwa ono as a national chairman na ni nkoje etu no onya botre ye fisem na mu hwe no mu kasem no na ono dey would I condone say bia obi ne could you general secretary Becca Sasa and yet in few more some whatever is happening between them they have to still have a way of working together. They don't have to necessarily be friends. Party moves you don't have to necessarily be friends, but you still must find a way of working together.
But especially to me make a claim be say oh yeah general secretary
yes
won't to me Emma on only region Emma may impose order one so I was wondering say won't to me be national chairman obeti me so no
I sure order
I just
Ninyina ye niema say obi ate ne ho ase because sincerely speaking I say obi ate ne ho ase hierarchy no so that if I get the person of Kodia but the office of the general secretary is like the chief operations officer of the entire country. If for some reason the operations officer says operations are already has said more holding on and now operations is the chief your officer is the chief operations
chief
officer
executive officer
yes but in politics what the executive
CEO
executive
or chief operating officer
now say don't get general secretary not the office In politics, they're the chief operations officer. You are never chief executive. They shouldn't put executive in their mind. Political party secretary, executive, champ.
I was saying statement.
Look at it. Imagine if a sitting as a general secretary had issued this statement in a certain constituency in a certain region.
And you say you know who.
What I said, maybe a woman saw also a regional chairman. He might have done something in the interest of the region, but Akoba say national statement biaba. The least I expect of him, because officer don't know all who could do no business to region haka say bichire was a ABI no so I know when yankwache.
Okay.
Never said an ankansa boy do so sebe or a party penny Washington region ha. Asa mu bi ba kama binu mu koke kakra na from badam say nyabutre. Me ka say me press conference bi na me union leader. Ewo university ho me throw press conference and na papa penny bi am friend pa am descending the say and papa me release we into shimma me papa no and say can letter na me so can use one of friend back because akwasi was send one man you can abonte bi no mo so you can ofie o pese me editing ma pa hold on with your press conference tomorrow na menya abotre yi bi mfim na nyense me nyina na itimi ka what me say I me hold joy is straight energy and the union secretary here can no panga mo for me
but maybe now can somebody say wow we be man no bra betwaba
enye me masem ne
it is say no is that a recipe for chaos or for violence? And saying wow, and now that he's been in the position, no, free on their own team. The person, party was where your questions and forward send it back. Say
issues the party in paying for some, of course. And you heard the party in paying for the party. I could admire conjecturing.
Now the election
party paying for some. You should hear or mobile decision on the ticket.
And hello FM social media manager Kwame Wilder birthday. Ye jina we dwumem he jina empire pa ne de internet. Say nya mbeba de hunyan sambo. Na wa ma na pomden ne ahoden ne nyiniche no this kaka ho. Kwame Wilder, happy birthday to you. And to mercy ayensu o susu aho. RC Primary School, dia yan kwanta abofraki to ene wanya mfiensia wa wofo say yemfa yempaipa emo o papa ne Kennedy kwache. Kennedy say happy birthday to you. Yenya so yetai o papa echi. All right. Every MPP for us media na yetimika Bank of Ghana asem. Honorable do una we MP na yes wiki Bank of Ghana for ba besramo. Emma Mosemone or Munkasa. I say one for any dini buama banko. Yes, you staged the walkout, correct?
Kinedu the Ampa Bank of Ghana Ebesraye. In fact, now prior to that, now ya file questions be pe answers, responses. Every Ministry of Finance, any Bank of Ghana ho. Na Minister for Finance ba or say assembly there this a Bank of Ghana governor inti ano na nam soma leadership here ni say governor name emra na parliament edwumadi mu no aya ye wo enyema bi wo ho a eba ye ne close door ni ama media for apie na so ebi wo ho nso ahwe president a ye the camera esi so ema Ghana fo nyina etie bi we nya first time a governor for Bank of Ghana aba parliament. Governor for Bank of Ghana about parliament in pre-Bibrani in our cameras in so Mikramashi video be an eye near Kofi Adams in the 8th parliament. All pensing good for oil. And once and some Mashibi Joma na governor for Bank of Ghana Aba Oyi Yano. Ain't the one say Governor Baye, you say my journalist for you and now be not ye Ghana for you and in some governor de baya a majority leader say ye magana futi the governor de baya be masidi na ho de ankofam na Bank of Ghana a special institution
what the people yetia
enye say Ghana 40 Bank of Ghana munsem inti question ni say dear pa na Bank of Ghana ewo disie Ghana for enu nti enye say Ghana 40 Bank of Ghana na enye Ghana 40 dia enye Ghana 40 sika na eguo enye Ghana for adwuma na omo hwe so amaye Ghana for na omo o mine yo omo dia no enye so omo te de Bank of Ghana unless Bank of Ghana na ye bibia o mpese nkrofo be hu ana no kre ye ne ma hye bedwam wo hwe nkrata ba ye ni mu so aye hu se ne ma bi akoso. For instance, sika Bank of Ghana eso DCC CD sika billions of CDA dollars our pompe egu economy nim se no DCC CD na ma CD na ho de akosra enu nti ama production eba in the industry ni ade ani nyina akofama aban ni nyeska emfa emboama adwuma emma ene unemployment ekosro eye omo 133 adwuma 24 hour economy omo ka so mbe nyina eho ayedin uyi sika no omo de hyem ni fru even gold a year purchase program ya omo ye krempo no sika omo de ma good board eto good eho ka omo bo Bank of Ghana bo ni nyina ye nsem a aba beto hono ma nanka ye pese ye pense mu ma Ghana fotie bi na governor na nanu motu na num tu ade ho ne se parliament ye mia bia wo ba se bi untumi metwa ntro if you say bibia wo be kebo parliament obi e wo say ye factual e konkrata so Hansard be record ya to nchima be ba betie ntini ewu ne se e honom na free so muntumi ma metwa ntro bia nche Ghana fo nti na nkomo pese ye closed door session no ma can the woman say MPs ye the closed door session na ye catch them na she bedwafo nko a afa ye pia bonte a wo be ka pon meka so oboa majority kase na minority kase enu ntina na ye de ye nim de mu no ye giri say e wo say ye bie ma Ghana fo nyina etie bi na ye hu ye Bank of Ghana no de omo di esika na eguo na ye sa no obi anya ahotoso say sika na mpaso omo hweso ya na omo hweso ye amamu no de ekono ekoya na ase enkoye na yetumia bisa questions a Ghana for bisa. In fact MPBA no o represent amanfo mi oforuko mi wa population of 300,000 enti say ye wo honum na say governor ba na ye bebisa the questions a ye bisa questions am oforuko mfo ye bisa questions am ofo ase yi before ye bisa questions am akwada so ne asokwafo sa questions na ye bisa no was say nipa na ye bisa questions na mo so tibi enye se de kwahye kokwam na ye sumasi dwabi na ase ye kwa akodi enti eno na minority ye gina ye na so say ye ma Ghana fo nyina ntensem ne ebebisa ne anu yi a governor edebeba ana ye nuano majority for so mompene na parliament one of the tools ye the protest to parliament and say we be work out, stage work out there say anu ebisa no enya amaso nti governor obesa koye na adwuma na say ye ne leadership ne any speaker ne mpemfo ne kasa na afi omujitu mu say ye be no in camera afi ye beba ne abetena edanim ne yaye na enema bebre koso a me hu ne say ne ye nuanom na ewo majority no omototo ne amase we are there for the people parliament shebedwa na ewo ho no eye Ghana fonti ne ewo and one of the key responsibilities of parliament is scrutiny say ye be scrutinize eye government abani nyuma ama Ghana for any accountability na the omo de probity and accountability by anka omo ene omo hwe se ne omo cheche nkrofo yi ene nkomo kra na nke wo se omo ma accountability ne yekese on omo side na transparency ba no ene omo momu na ye ba be pensim aban dwuma mu a na omo kata so na omo di niam asiesi but adebo ha obetum dey see forever but e dey ya account you can say there's a day for accountability ada bi beba we ye den we see
be say mutra wa na say mo central for bebre wo
what uncommon pene na say speaker na oti akonya nim no ana be kire say ye be ye in camera na say ye mpene
the most central farmer ho
na say e was central for the church
omo ni wa say mo agasa bi central for we betimi
there be parliament no senior parliament dwumate ne say ka say camera bi ama ho ye ma in central for pia eno no marshals ne close doors ni nyina
they close it but now
you can inside I want to record it in from pie
I see
say ye is a close sessions ye but ye untumi mfa bibi nya dey empie stay in the chamber for the record of parliament
the epie grandpa it is supposed
now epie o meba be deny o meba be ka se nya no kre ya nipa na nka ne sa
all right
it is for ho dia ya no ni ya na yewia ya ba na Kinedu de bisa na mabata na makase na mini ahari na bekase na obi aka ne de isem chofo ho de ombe piki na statements of facts na pia bonteni ehu se we na yedi esika ye aye sidi na ye support ye no we na yedi esika oni se o kai se maybe by a Bank of Ghana betray his krata say omunfa sika bia nhye sidi na ho de na ye natural eno na enya na ho de eche no mo asaba back Emma governor ne beka so o ma pompe dollar egum billions of dollars a o de support CD no enti eniema bi o ho governor na keka e conflict what na won adwen ho ai say eniema ni bo an kredie bi nhye da anim enu ntia na ye hia saa ayiwe na kia pensen eniema ni bi mu to say gold ya and a good board etoi sika say na governor of Bank of Ghana ediama good board gold do say na aba Ghana gold ye Kufado aban todisie ye about 31 tons emudo do say na Bank of Ghana koton ye bo say no ton no abena na all ton gold no na gold bought to say adenti no ton ye na ebo na ko say projections be no ye
no wantre mu no majority for no etra ho
o man tla say questions left do na akra na minority for na file and now come and show bedroom questions do na eba na eye PSM no minority na file.
That has always been the case.
Yes. And democracy to go on no imperative say the be an ebe minority na minority etumi akasa and yes accountability enkoso.
Yeah. With the transparency one key element of democracy. Siyasi kabima minka biya mi enya kabima minka binisa keke. Yemfa all the elements in democracy no yemfa nya adwuma. Say opportunity niba nessa the corner. In fact in democracy crown one ma minka kan say ye wo other aspects of democracy so sa yenka no kokuam nsem no so pa. But basa yemfa bibi nso nto manfo no anima democracy crown so ehye say yema emunda ho no manfo no ntia because sabi democracy nankasa the basic definition is a government by the people, for the people, and of the people, by the people, for the people. Here NTS every opportunity be a benja say be man name mu ada ho fire ma man for no e me for all the reasons in the world en kata so emu aso jami anim ni menye so say leadership eco meeting eco ka say penini ba hono mu a yenye ne kokuam ende saadi anka mo mani ko share parliament finance committee na bia onye representation min chira omo na omo okay. That is fine. The parliament can also work through the committees and assurance committee and na mo mi ntum say on the spot decision and na your penny majority leader Okakyie who called him then they see something might have happened of course Charlie say no be kadia and the mumia iPhone MP media MP and since when did media become a threat to parliament the amoka hobia yenti na moka ni nyina yenti na moka yeni nyina se mamoka hobia no ma momunti as minedu respectfully nya momunti na moti ho yenti na moti ho the amoka nyina yenti na moka and the media has always been a friend to parliament. Bank of Ghana boss way, Dr. Siama way. Or no crowd he has proven to be media friendly than all Bank of Ghana boss have been many free mehuomo. Obaye within the last 18 months as 17 months, he has engaged the media more than any Bank of Ghana boss had. Inti onyo biosro media. Ken onya we Bank of Ghana boss na kasa share media severally.
Inti why in the car say and some more can bit me aye
near who ye the majority leader the car
now na so na so am protest say oh come on I'm okay
no so majority parliament e ma ho kwase kasa na ko kasa ntinga majority leader kasa no so say leader in pakabia so pese be kasa
we are kasa o asoma leader
there might have been some communication to the man who didn't fear facing the media. The politician in the person of majority leader no say every day ene men cancer my media ante mesre transparency in democracy a fundamental a the mind the spine of democracy transparency sa singular adina parliament aye majority side na spearhead ye no enye adepa e mama ni medu hokra no abeka che say we dey just Professor Smasa poet e mama ni medu hokra na most bet ma deal with things like that at the committee level na se medu hopa na media te ho Peace FM parliamentary correspondent te ho na den dey correspondent obi ato na fi dey se mumpia na go for dey pa no ma beka yesi yemdi. What is that? Sincerely speaking, in fact, it also has a potential of disturbing the city. So international community nation. Now there's some hidden things be in our management of our economy. Now Bank of Ghana yes or dinner no boss no bitia. Much as a move for say beka bibi and kebe ha city no.
Wa me can also no.
That again, mo be that thing to yen go for den no mo this year.
Aka 10 minutes home.
Ama we know question to me the man maybe nsi bi no kro onyo bi post media and the member ever be anya politics skin
the passage of the public tribunal bill 2016 in spite of minorities boycott and a galamsey fight is difficult but we will surrender. Last minister said that we 3 minutes you know come now
galamsey fight is very difficult. Minya Kofi Amabua egusu e koneko ono agi atum na yenyina so enyintum say enso enu bebia politicians will come and beautify it and then but the reality is that enyema ejina ho e kire say galamsey ni say ni nyina egusu a essay nani ya na good boy kopek akra ko magana water for say obu fidi bi mfa koyi ni ade. It is still in fact the galamsey na say no ni nya ye no obe pompisika gum say machine besa say we are not winning. And anybody telling the president, say, president, yeah, dear Galamsey, who here to us here, the person is lying to the president. And say, Caneno. A tribunal bill, the amount of TUC, I issue objection to it. Mestre, yeah, dear me and more minor. Me, I heard a comment like, if Professor Pempe committee, no crack, I say, sa tribunal crying chemukranyin free young woman mukram that's a year. Then there's this comment that comes say Professor Prempe committee no you're independent dear but any the government of the day befa. And then the moment mukoyasa any day. While they are recommending in their report say yenisa concept of tribunal crime free mukrano. The parliament is there in parliament passing a tribunal bill. Since a trade union congress now sorry it is going to bring chaos in the system. Politicians slow down, move slow down. Now you are serving the people. Beginning as you see empire. In himself judges are overwhelmed with cases. It's true. Build more courts, employ more lawyers, employ more judges and all those things. Cases but they say the concept of tribunal brings some very scary memory of the past. Maybe my mate as an tribunal we are come back in the yawu. Maybe say where tribunal TV.
All right.
We are working for the people. TUC so mumpe. Ghana 4 years severe baby now because say obumpe. For the sake of those adino, the court system so far hasn't been bad. You feel the pressure with judges so we know what to do.
Chief Haruna.
Yes, sir. The tribunal system has been part of your legal system no? Since the 1992 constitution. So nothing has changed. We are activating it. We need it at this time to deal with certain exigencies. No kure da hono no. And a tribunal no so because say ono ana bi no de kire. Obi article 126 clause 1 Roman number 3 no. The original tribunals have been here. They are in existence. And now we are Article 142 of the Constitution. Regional tribunals in Wahadada. And so processes new bill where Abano say president assented to it. It is going to make the tribunals much more effective. No
tribunals no almost day.
Oh, it is almost because it's part of our normal court system. They're not going to do anything different from what our courts are doing. Just that trials in the tribunals are much more faster and smoother than the ordinary courts.
So we want faster adjudication.
Yes. So it will decongest. It is meant to decongest our courts.
So why don't you open up more courts?
See, a question I'm for. So why don't you open up more courts? There are courts already in the system, but we have realized that our traditional courts are not serving certain purposes that these tribunals will serve. For example, your processes no. For what I've seen, about your selection of a regional chairman, district chairman, it will not be outside of the legal system. Still, the judicial council will play a role, the chief justice will play a role in selecting these people. But one thing is, to say, you can't be to say interlocutory injunctions are based on the provisions of a new tribunal bill. No, this interlocutory injunction say be some tactics to delay some cases in some of the old traditional courts. About traditional, tribunal now we have opportunity to do that. For example, when it comes to interlocutory applications, say be a judge, why you are my ruling be one in young so be appeal within that state, within the tribunal system, you wait for the trial to come to an end, then you can go through your appeals. So these are the things I believe. Issues to do with galamsey na there some issues I want we can fast track some of these cases so that we deal with it. Alongside one say community service bill no social pass here no. And no nanke choy do tum do to cells no. Now you do community service. It comes along with that. In Tebeboa, I'm a legal system no. I'm move faster. Just delivery will be faster. It will be smoother. Say the be in fact big beer boni beer mere will be sometimes na your own figments. And there's nothing like that. In the new tribunal system, there about Buama just delivering a condemn now Buama and Yama be emphatic over the period. No, Abuam yet may deal with it. When it comes to issue to do with galamsey, I think that Obi no bit makers are buying we buy no one more no who a bag galamsey in the fighter. Prof, you know I am canocre. No could a woman say. Galamsey, I war system no match. Adia atana system match there. Uka so between one day, it is difficult to do that. Everybody believe, everybody knows that. Prof, maybe Chamuna, na forest be here, ministerial forest and now way forest, and they be new beam. Ebi new beam, Prof, who could Jubilate House in there? Who yes was a professor from Boating report now, children, no bit much robi, after buying way home.
I said the line the bush. I think go forbidden the bush.
Yeah.
I think go forbidden the bush.
Yeah, Professor from Boating report now or Tron Kromano. Something like that can exist today.
Maybe that coach you. Oh yeah, the selection now where you play a BFM. And around for visitors and I don't play with you. Was it throughout the week when Timmy and Haruna Bakokra. It's the fact when just say it's from Bob watching a report in Tino. All is well.
Say and make us say I did but my depends on the levels are a one. Any department we are involved. Menyeshwa say people have courage today in this government to get involved like it used to be. And no crampo no Emma. The wahun dia wode kono e wosoro ena gold board niema oye at this time aboa ama in fact just stem that system no so much when him said this time when you supervisors within the whole of the county maybe a gold will be ano ya zoning no the supervisors ko hono those supervisors work along with the NIMOS people and in fact oma aboa ma niema bebrebe ko fom they need to go ahead and do, but
some of my timelines. So by most this day, not galamsey. I think you said it in opposition, did you?
Ken, yes, soon na a man for Timu galamsey no. Today I'm not sure it is like that. We're not in our forest belts. Forest be an amount for Jaffa. I mean, in fact, honorable Kofiamabua and master statistics down Uyano. Watch low and near my over the period. And these are not disputable things. I will make
it time fast spent. Honorable Edu.
Ken, information be about my attention. I also made them on 84. FR MPP Constitution as amended 2025 for now. Article 10, 6, Section 5 for now. or say that's the functions of the General Secretary. Or say the General Secretary shall be responsible for overseeing the operations of the party's National Secretariat and coordinating the activities and operations of the party and of all employees of the party at polling station, electoral area, constituency, regional, external branch and national levels. General Secretary no.
So he didn't act out of
into regional chairman day, General Secretary na show so under him the employee. And 6 or say the General Secretary shall perform his functions in accordance with the directives of the National Executive Committee and the National Chairperson. Into on the functions or in accordance with National Executive Committee, the National Chairperson, that is the chairman.
The chairman be directing say
yes.
Abra National Executive Council yes. But in his capacity as a chairman,
yes,
which may direct General Secretary.
Yes.
And you can have many individual in
yes.
Near the office.
Office no.
Yes.
And when the information can me person with the ma for the party ma.
Now but actually probably information the other but actually PTH
information the amount constitution is saying will be at no will be interpret or better say
yati
and to make us say info bet na se no dey
one time from the cocoa farmers yentua omo cocoa kano we be chire say say
still akwa bi yentua omo
kano na so na buy say
oh jai Ken still our farmers ni bi ntia omo na ken dey
maybe program so say minyai say no the crowd say that
enya wona me do me omo this state ambassador matia no ken ma me fa we ntum ene se cocoa board be catch here say prices of cocoa no say world market price never for my sisi on better so e cost run so on betuma na meboa omo sisi omo use adjustment omo use system na that use na your ma fixed pricing say amount of 5,000 e be ma wa akopem say season ni be si no na esi ade omo adjust no ken me no ka say 2 months ni cocoa prices do $5,700 to $6,000.
That is a code any man about.
A code any time our more table on so now about 3,000 or more table on so. A page do 6,000.
Yes,
and kabana and case almost announce both from our farmers and so much check your phone di. Almost jigom butum into bana be announce say we check your for kaye mo yesem ma. E kwa phone sika sisi a wo fedi no. And also brabe account me hu dodo aba ho.
Ken the tap in
about na ken ye ka
your price in November. I don't come.
That I'm saying the union NDC for more disappointed Ghana for nyano mo to aba ma omo. Senia omo ye galam say who they do baby na omayimu. Also TV galam say ubi nso galam say like can you makwa say galam say. Bibi galam.
So now was a concession be what side?
Debi me just had no hokra.
Okay.
Me obi a me peni chapa. Me pe plans nti me say wo say environment and ha me na me ho kra tete me sana me mete
na papa do boy here do we see
ono ohu sanya man kra na in fact ono so ye obi open nature nti galam say senia e koso ene 3 days ago ken me drive ko wase kopon
wase kopon o lie ho
mene process wase kopon
o ye me peke be call no so be na bizarre
because wase kopon
mene process wase kopon
adishem you no patia no
ye drive
no be just
na ken e kwa on the left and right me the branch bi ko mo first time mo ko wase kopon omo bi sam say honorable we nyina akoso na abai na ehwe left and right to impedance omo dey galamsey no it is a mini ata no ka jem so omo ko galamsey a e be say minister for lands on fa ho e kwa ho enye omo tu nipa thousands of people left and right all drive we be driving from I am free e ko wase kropon for bare 50 minutes we left and right e ko so we nya bush nya forest omo ye wo kwa ho. Now I don't want to mean stopping at dear galamsey now.
Now no move me call Pristia. Naturally, we have a very long way.
We have a long way to go. It's
coming up tomorrow.
Yanka assembly to say the galamsey here. Galamsey be an homo. In fact, omo di omo party for ni di. Omo di amesi alego from church. It's omo njai na omo me pragmatic solutions. Papa omo de ba no omo njai de omo.
It's Argentina and Spain.
None of the Adansi Asukwa hospital a cheap Grovo deal.
Akroke Training College.
Why?
Is that
It's true.
No, as
Blue Water Guard for the
we have done better than the MPP when it comes to fighting
Haruna, do you love football?
Ministers are involved. No presidential staffers are involved.
Prof, do you love football? Messi, do you love football?
Yes, I do.
Argentina.
Maybe I could do it there. I wish Argentina well. Seriously, the way they've been able to come back in difficult matches, if they win.
How do you like football?
Happy birthday, Emma, Reverend Ernest Odame Asare, Tech District Minister, and brother the birthday. Young looking, very old man. Yes.
Well, I come from the Friends Media Group.
So that's all for